Good evening. Thank you all for tuning in to Injustice Investigations. I'm Al Scott. Crazy Pete, love you big time. Thank you. Gratefully appreciate your gift. I really do. Oh my God, Miss J still works for me. Look at God. Won't he do it? Faye, good evening to you. She's calling from tuning in from North Carolina. I see Miss Hampton is in. Always a pleasure to see you. Karen Porter, welcome, welcome. Yeah, of course. Okay, Miss J. Tabitha Abraham, how are you, Tabitha? Hadn't heard from you in a minute. Thanks for joining tonight's broadcast. Johnson, good evening to you. A. Powers is in the house. Love you big time. Thank you for your support. Williams, thank you for tuning in as well. Mahmoud, Louisiana. Miss Williams, I thank you kindly. I humbly bow to you. Tina is tuning in. It moves so fast from Tennessee. Tina Holland, thank you for tuning in from Tennessee. Okay, Miss Abraham, I didn't. If you emailed it to me, I'm sure it's in there. I haven't had a chance to uh, check it. My right hand, Miss Jade. I don't know what's going on with her lately, but she's overworking me, and it really don't work that way. I don't think. So if anybody that is on the live feed tonight, and we have your case, and you haven't heard from us yet, Miss Jade, she's on now. Get on. Again, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Let me say this. Um, I think I've been saying this for about a week now, and uh, I'm sure I'll be saying it until the day I die. During slavery time, when black women would become pregnant, oftentimes pregnant by massa, oftentimes pregnant by someone she don't know, pregnant by a boyfriend, a husband. But however the pregnancy came about, some of them immediately killed their children after they gave birth to them. Now, some of you on the live feed may see that as evil, and it is evil, but we can look at it as oxymoron. It's right and it's wrong. I don't know. Here's what the Negro slave was thinking. I'd kill my child myself before I'd let her or him be subjected to the treatment that you're giving me and others right now. They would slash their throats, they would drown them, whatever the case. If I have to go to jail for it, then so be it. This is one child I would not let be in your web of evilness. I understood it. I understood why they killed the children back then. And bear with me. Again, my voice going in and out. But today, 2019, I'm livid because I don't understand it now. I don't. And any excuse that people try to give to do damage control for the evil ones, the parents I'm speaking of, that should be protecting their children to the fullest. You have a moral responsibility when you bring a child into this world to make sure that no hurt, harm, or danger come to it. But we have a 911 situation when a stranger danger becomes the parent themselves. And for the most part, you and I and the police, we only come after the fact, after the act has been done. Then we come. Most of the time, we too late. And all we can do is talk about it and try to work with authorities to get the right people behind prison bars until the day they die, be it in the prison system themselves, of old age, of the needle, of the chair, or what have you. Just get them in there. It's just that simple. Someone asked me today, was Brianna Williams crazy? No. She's not crazy by a long shot. She's not. The insanity pleas, that I've been let go of that. I consider you to have been in your right mind when you killed your child, when you harmed your child. One of the reasons we keep seeing a domino effect of this is that the laws are not tough enough on parents of the guardian. Because the laws are not as tough as they should be, police officers are limited to what they can do and they cannot do. Malia Davis. Every case of a child being neglected, harmed, or killed is evil, depressing, and perplexing to those with love for children. You can't fathom how a parent would do this to their child. You mean to tell me the same child that you gave life to, you're going to take it back? Malia Davis was one of the worst cases I've ever had to do. Malia Davis' case, immediately, it went worldwide in just a matter of minutes. A cute little 4-year-old girl that probably some of you are just like me. You never met her. You never touched her. You never physically laid eyes on her in real life. You don't know how she smelled. But yet, on May 4th, when the Amber Alert comes out, that's the day that Malia Davis got loved. That's the day that Malia Davis was loved. Give me just a second, Colin. I'm gonna put you on air. That's the day that the world fell in love with Malia Davis. I don't know what was so special about it, but God, I believe, in his own way, wanted all of us to focus on the Malia Davis case because he's trying to tell us something. One thing that he's trying to tell us is that, I don't know how yet, but these can be minimized, these acts. So it has to be something that we, the public, we're missing. It has to be something that we're missing. I think probably 3 or 4 days of last week, child killed, child missing, child killed. And now we're back to the same thing again. Good evening, caller. You live on air. What's your name and what state are you calling from this evening?
Hello, Mr. Scott. This is Tasha. I'm calling from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Welcome.
I follow a person that's an activist that said some disturbing things on his page today, and I want to know if you had heard about it. And basically, what he said, he's in Houston, Texas, and what he said was, if I remember right, the Jerry Vince was supposed to go to court today, and then next thing I heard, it was like, oh well, I guess he wasn't going to court today because the prosecutors has found some more serious charges on him. I don't know what you're allowed to say or not, but can you tell me if you heard that or not? And what the hell is this all about?
Tasha, I haven't heard, but because I haven't heard that information does not mean that it doesn't exist. I just haven't heard of it. But I'm glad you brought it up because I am going to speak briefly about Darion Bent's scheduled court appearance today. I told someone the other day, Tasha, I said, we scheduled to go to court on the 12th. 9 times out of 10, Darion Vince will not enter into their courtroom. Now, Miss J or anybody, Tasha, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the 4th time.
Yes, it is.
Darion Vince did not step into a courtroom. I don't know.
He has not.
Right. I don't know, what's going on. But here's what I think. And what I think is not a fact. But I know the system. I know how they operate. To be honest with you, I don't care what evidence they say they have on Darion Vince. Those evidence is bogus. They are trying as hard as they can to put every charge they can put on Darion Vince. What I would like to ask the police is that you have Brittany Bowens under investigation, and her child comes up dead, and you can't find one damn charge to give Brittany Bowens? It doesn't make any earthly sense. Don't make any sense.
It don't make no damn sense.
It doesn't.
It don't make no damn sense to me. I don't understand it. I don't like it. I've been just serious all day. I cannot understand this shit. And what extra charges without charging him with this extra criminal shit or whatever it is? More charges. So now he's supposed to go to court, I believe it's tomorrow, on these charges, which he probably ass ain't gonna be in there then. But still, I don't understand this bullshit. But she can't get charged with nothing? Not even neglect?
Nothing.
That's some bullshit. I'm sorry. That's some bull. But I don't understand this and what charges these prosecutors supposedly found. That now they're saying that not only is he charged with, if this is allegedly what they're saying, what I heard is that they're not only charging him with, tampering with evidence, now they're charging him with her death. And I'm going to tell you this, I just feel like this, and this really burns me up. I feel like they thinking we got a nigga. We're just charging with everything. And leave her alone. No, bullshit. If I had to leave Ohio and come down there and do, I don't know what I can do, that ain't right. She got to be charged with something. She can't be charged with everything because I don't believe he did it. I don't believe he did it. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. That's just my opinion.
Well, and your...
I just wanted to see. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to see if you had heard this story because I'm like, wait a minute. If I get up early, I'm just waiting for the case to go, and then I'm hearing something like, what? He's getting charged basically with the death because of, and I could be wrong on the words, something with the prosecutor It's more charges, and now he's going to do life for this girl's death. Is what I read,
Okay.
and I'm sorry. I don't understand. How in the hell he's getting charged like she didn't have nothing to do with this? Are they that super stupid? They that super stupid.
I don't think.
That they think that this.
I don't think.
It has nothing to do with this.
Exactly. I don't think they're super stupid. I don't think they're incompetent. And well, that might be an argument there. But here's the thing. Here's what's going on. Brittany and the powers that be within the Houston Police Department, within CPS.
Right.
That's why we haven't had a Brittany Bowens arrest. So you're sitting here and you're spending a lot of time and a lot of taxpayers' money putting every charge you can put on Darion Vincent in case the first one don't work, the second one don't work, the third one don't work. We got this. Brittany Bowens had an open investigation with CPS. Darion Vince, I don't care how many times you read that report, you will never see Darion Vince on that docket. But you will see Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis. You will see that. And exactly. And when the doctor said, I don't know how these injuries occurred, talking about the last one, but here's what I do know. Two things. They're inconsistent with what Brittany Bowen said happened to Malia Davis. We don't know how it happened, but her story, we know for a fact, it couldn't have happened that way. And the doctor went on to say this. Here's what I can confirm. This is what the doctor said. Malia Lynn Davis had a previous head injury that was not reported to the authorities.
Yes, sir.
So as far as I'm concerned, I think that was attempt murder number one.
Thank you. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Please, if you get a chance, I know you be busy and doing stuff, but look into what I read today and see if this is true. And if so, if you get a chance to come back on here and talk about this. I'm hoping this is not true. They're not about to bring this charge on this man for killing this girl, because I don't believe he did it.
I don't think he did it either.
I don't believe he did it. So I don't know what these prosecutors. I'm hoping I'm wrong. If you get a chance, or if your staff gets a chance, if you can look at it and speak on it, I promise I'll call you back, because I ain't understanding right now.
And I
promise, because I don't believe he did it.
Yeah, I don't either, Tosh. And I promise you, we will look into that as early as tonight. And I know we're gonna have to do. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another show tomorrow night. So by then, I'm able to address it more. But thank you for your genuine support of this show, and I thank you for calling in.
Yes, sir. I will talk to you later. Have a blessed night.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
Truth has a foundation to stand up, but a lie don't. A lie just wavers from side to side. I just cannot believe, for the life of me, that the Houston Police Department can't find nothing to charge Brittany Bowens with. Darion Vance, I believe, might have some mental issues, but if Darion Vance knew what I know and what you all know, he'd open his mouth. But if he don't open his mouth and he want to go down, be true to the game, then so be it. Because he will die in prison, one way or another, be it the needle or be it old age. You cannot act like you do not see the pink elephant in the living room. Why hasn't Brittany been charged with anything? And she was already on investigation for child neglect and child abuse. Both her and Craig Davis. Both her and Craig Davis. And when it first broke and they said, well, why she just didn't give the child to the biological dad? I said this a million times, and I said, oh no, again. I don't know if the results would have been any different. I just don't. You have a bunch of witches and demons. Witches and demons. We have nothing on Darien Fence. Nothing. But we're trying to make something so the public will know we're doing our job. I know for a fact, and it's a bold statement, heaven bagging me up, you're not doing your job. You're going to give it to the one you want to give it to. Because if you arrest Brittany Bowen, some old people got to answer to what happened to Malia up until the time she died. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. I cannot believe a police department cares more about protecting their very own and Brittany Bowen's and others that was involved in her torture up until her death. What you tell me then is that you don't care about Malia Davis. I got to protect me. I have to protect me. Renee, thank you so much for your donation this evening. So you more worried about yourself, your job, than the 4-year-old child that is in a grave. That's what you're telling me. What you're telling me is a lie. 4 times that man has not stood before a judge. We're trying to manufacture up lies on him. One of the hardest charges to prove. Is that one with injury to a child with bodily harm. Very hard to prove. Very hard to prove. No, not that one. Homicidal violence, I mean. If you have pieces of Malia Davis, that's what y'all said, talk to the police, because somebody dismembered her, and then a tractor ran over the bag because he didn't see the bag, but 2 days before he saw the bag, didn't run over the bag, asked the supervisor what to do, leave it there. People discard their animals every day. But then when you go back 48 hours later, you run over it. I just can't fathom that. Well, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's not adding up. And then we have Cupcake, a 3-year-old life interrupted simply because she wanted to go to a birthday party and play with friends. But somebody decided that she's played enough and we're going to bring her life to an end. Taylor, 5 years old. Her mother, Brianna Williams, alleges that she put the child to bed around at midnight. First of all, the 3-year-old child should have been asleep anyway. She should have been dreaming. The next morning you get up. I went to check on her. She wasn't in there. And the back door was wide open. Okay. Well, what do you think happened? I don't know. I hope she just didn't walk out. No, she just moved there. I don't think she would know where to go. And what child just walks out at 12 a.m. midnight? Well, somebody had to come in and take her. Who's taking her? Y'all just moved in. And if they take them, what do they want from them? It's been a lie from day one. I don't know if it's something in the water they're drinking, but this is a dialogue that we need to deal with every day. And I'm not just saying on my channel. Good evening. I do believe I saw Spitting Fire this evening. Spitting Fire should do it. What is it? NP News should do it. And I call certain people out that have YouTube channels that I know did and do their homework. And I respect what they do. And I know they're not going to just bring anything to the table. And so that's why I ask certain people that I just recently met, but I believe in them. And I believe in the mission that's their own. And it's the same as me. Injustice, issues, and trying to get those held accountable, but should be held accountable for whatever the crime may be. This is a dialogue that we need to do every night on somebody's channel. It needs to be done. The sheriff says he went back in offices to speak with Breonna Williams, petty officer in the U.S. Navy. They confronted Miss Williams with a lot of her inconsistencies, and she didn't like that. Well, I'm gonna stop looking for my child. What? Inconsistencies? Me bringing it up to you makes you say you're gonna stop looking and you're gonna stop cooperating with us. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do it again. Heaven bagging me up. That's one of the biggest red flags in this case. Today, sometime this morning, I got word that remains had been found in Alabama. The remains were the remains of a child. That child has not positively been identified as Taylor Rose Williams. However, before coming on air, I was looking for new updates. I see some media outlets are already saying that it's her. The police hadn't said it, the medical examiner hadn't said it, but I think if we put two and two together, we know that's going to be her. Because the team that was searching was told to go there. Even protocol, I don't want loved ones to find out that their child is dead through social media. So I'm not going to say it until the police or the medical examiner come and say that's Taylor Williams. That's her. And unless it was a typo, and I said it on Facebook, when the word first came out, the remains of a child were found in bags. Bags with an S, unless it was a typo. Good evening, caller. You're live on the air. What's your name and what state are you calling from this evening?
Hi, Mr. L, Mr. Scott, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
My name is Tanya Rush, and I'm calling from Columbia, South Carolina. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing well today. I greatly appreciate your asking. And how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you for asking. I just want to chime in just briefly. I was on a YouTube channel last night. I can't recall what the lady's name was, but as for the little, what's her name, Taylor Rose
Williams.
As for her, okay, that baby, we understand that her father has not seen her in 2 years. He lives in Alabama. The mother moved to Florida, and the mother paid someone $300 to help her move her into, I guess, her apartment in Florida. That person put out that there was some water in the bathtub, and the mother stated that Taylor was in the bathtub taking a bath. Now, I'm not sure how old Taylor is, what, 3, 5?
She's 3.
Why would you leave a 3-year-old in the bathtub taking a bath? But I guess she just wanted to move her, she just wanted to say something so the mover can put it out, I guess, to social media that that, oh yeah, I hope this lady moved and she said her child was in the bathtub taking a bath. But it has come to my understanding that that baby was found in Alabama. And that's where she moved from. And that's why their father had not seen that baby in 2 years. But the baby was missing for 6 months from my understanding. So I'm not sure if you had known that little piece of information, but that's what that's what was brought out on 2 YouTube channels last night.
Okay. Yes. What you're saying is true. That happened. When the movers got there, the water was running. Miss Williams says that's her child taking a bath. So the child had been in there bathing for a long time. Now, I don't know what child bathing or is in a room playing that don't come out to see who's in the house. That's what kids do.
Right.
And the mover said that the child never came out. The guy that lives directly across the street from her says, I never saw a child.
I'm sorry, the one across the street said what?
I never saw a child. When the media asked him, does he know the people? He know I hadn't met him, but there's only been one lady. There's never been a child there, bottom line. And
right, that is exactly right. What the neighbor said, they've never seen a child there at all since she moved in. She just recently moved in, so I don't know why she would tell someone that the baby was in there. Like I said, first of all, you don't leave a 3-year-old unattended in a bath water. I mean, you just don't do that. So I'm led to believe that the baby is in Alabama and she's in Florida for some odd reason, but I'm led to believe that baby is out in Alabama.
Okay.
And she's in the service, so I don't know why she's telling all these lies. She's just telling the truth. So let's be through with it.
Exactly. Quickly, Miss Jackson just corrected me, and I am 100% wrong. I said 3, but Taylor is 5 years old. Thanks for waking me up. Well, in the apartment that she left, authorities, crime scene, people came out with biohazard bags, so we don't know what was in those bags. We can speculate, maybe that's where a crime occurred or whatever.
Right.
But she's been alive from day one. But Miss Rush,
even a 5-year-old, you don't leave a 5-year-old in the bathtub.
No, you don't.
I have a 4-year-old grandson, and he is not going to be left in the bathroom, even if he's just going potty and not, in the bathtub. I'm watching him. Either him or his mother is watching him. He has to leave the door open so we can see him while he's in that bathroom.
Exactly.
You just don't leave kids unattended like that.
You don't.
And even with Cupcake, I may be wrong, but I really believe her father has something to do with it. They're putting it on the mother, but I called in before. I tell you, I analyzed everything, and I really believe that that the father, because he's speaking out too much, and he just, he don't have a lot. Just going back to when he spoke to the media, and they asked him, well, what type of person is Cupcake? It's almost like he has to think about it.
Come on now, you just preached. You just preached. You just preached. That's it. You get this cat.
It's like he really,
right.
He really didn't even know about his own daughter. He said he heard the question and then he asked the question. He said, "What do you think? I think about what kind of person is Cupcake to me? Well, she's for one, she's very mean. It's like he has to think of every answer before he can give a statement. You don't know your own child? You don't know what kind of person is your own child?
I need you on my show because you are hitting some good points here. The dude gives a 12-minute, 36 seconds interview with the media. And here's what people do when they're lying or they're trying to think of a correct answer that would be okay with the person that's asking. So one of the things they do, they ask that same question back. It's stonewalling while they try to conjure something up in their head to come up with.
Right.
Now, if I ask you what your child is like, that should roll off your lips.
It should be rolling. Every time they ask you a question, it should roll off of your mouth, just like that, Pop it. Every time they ask the question, you should pop off an answer. Exactly. And he don't know his own child, so that led me to believe, well, you don't spend no time with child. You sitting in the media talking about cupcake is this and cupcake is that, and y'all need to bring cupcake back, but you don't know your child. And then he made the mistake of saying, well, something, I think he said something to the effect about, he needs to bring my child back. Who is he? He's very much so involved in this case. Now, I don't know how they're going to connect the dots here. We have to wait to see in the end, but he's very so much involved, whether it's drug related or money related. He's very so much in cahoots with this, and now he's trying to put I think it's called Two Guns Veto. He's trying to put him in it because he's already been to jail and stuff, so he's trying to put him in. This is a man that offered $2,500 for so-called ransom. You know, it's just crazy how they're doing these babies. If you don't want these babies, give them to someone who wants the babies. There are plenty mothers out here who would love to have babies, and they can't have babies, and you're going around killing these babies. Give them to someone, even if you got to drop them at a hospital, you got to drop them at a police station, you got to drop them in front of somebody's house, but don't just kill these kids. They didn't ask to be here.
That's it.
They didn't ask to be here.
You're right. They did, but I know the police do it, and I do it. I go back and watch a video 100 times because I'm looking for certain things. And one thing that I caught during the live interview is what you just said. We said, what is I think a 3-year-old, what do you want with a 3-year-old? And he said, how is that justice for you? And he said a man took him. How do you know a man took him? Oh, I forgot. They say he came up.
There. That part right there. He said a man took him.
Right. So, but he can easily that can easily go in his favor because a man did take him. But the way what I'm getting from you is that you knew who did it. And I could be wrong, but I don't think the mother's in it. I think the father's diabolical criminal ways orchestrated this kidnapping and this death.
Absolutely. This is a child that he didn't want for whatever reason. I mean, he had twins, and I think he had a son. So this is a baby. I mean, she's a beautiful baby. This is a baby, however, he wanted out of the picture, so he orchestrated this. Equal, from my point of view, Equal doesn't have anything to do with it. Now, I'm kind of confused because she made that post that she was at a